Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. And be comfortable yourself and relax your body. So once we get connected with our other students, we're ready to start the session for today. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. And keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in these ongoing meditation sessions, we mainly try to share some basic informations for yourself to develop a very clear spiritual foundation with practicing meditation. So when it comes to Buddha's teaching, it always related to practice. So whatever you learn, whatever you hear, you have to put it to practice to get the result. Just believing, following, thinking about it, you're not going to get the transformation to yourself. So then, always remember, end of the day, it is your own responsibility how you can develop this practice. So when it comes to meditation, it's another way that it explains cultivation of the mind. So the cultivation of the mind, development of the mind with the profitable skills come out of using the mind. So using the mind means you put it to practice. So when it comes to meditation, there are three kinds of major factors for effective practice. So sati, samadhi, panya. Sati means mindfulness. Samadhi, composure, tranquility state. Panya, clear comprehension. So those three things interconnected. it's kind of like overlapping. So when you practice one thing, another thing going to nourish. So today we are going to talk about this mindfulness, because it is very famous, and that is the entering to the path. And there are many methods, techniques people practice for mindfulness. So it's not only today, it's kind of like the spiritual purpose in the cooperative sector, in educational level, even in the military. So everywhere people, even in sports, everywhere people practice mindfulness. So that mindfulness, and when it comes to development of our spiritual mindfulness, has some major two different qualities. So it is better for yourself to understand that. Why? Because otherwise you put it to yourself to practice something that you may not going to develop it towards the compose or the tranquility state or the samadhi. So then, in ordinary level, the mindfulness means it's come out of the Pali word sati. So the now in English meaning, the mindfulness saying means present moment of awareness. So whatever you do, you focus to that and you be with it. And another thing is, mindfulness means bringing your attention to the here and now. So sometimes then when it comes to the greed, hatred, and the delusion also, you can be mindful with that. So in that way, it's not going to become profitable. So whatever the unprofitable action you can do mindfully. So the cultivation of the mind means in the moment that you have to invest your effort to get out of these unwholesome actions and at the same time perform the wholesome actions. So when it comes to that wholesome action, there are few qualities that you have to keep in you when you come to the awareness of here and now. That will change your spiritual practice and conventional practice. The same thing, same awareness, but you transform it to different level. You go into a higher level. So like the currency, the money, you can donate it to generous action. So donation itself can become a generous action to yourself, but where the money goes, for what cause? And so you can donate money for terrorism. So then you can say, I donate money. You did with the generous action. But where it go and create something unwholesome action. And at the same time, you donate money for the school or poor people, orphanage, to feed these innocent people. So then you can say, I donate money. So it go to somewhere and it generates some kind of wholesome action. So like that, your awareness the same thing. You can be aware, but you have to know what it generates, what it bring back, for what cause it connect. So when it comes to that, one of the important thing when it comes to awareness, so being here and now, you have to remember to have the openness. So that openness take you out of the preconditioned mind, and at the same time, that openness allow you to see things very clearly in the very moment. So if you have an unwholesome action, it is very difficult for you to have that openness. So then you become biased to certain conditions. So then when you have the awareness, always remember, when you are here, when you practice to be here and now, keep the openness. And openness, the second quality you have to remember, this receptiveness. And whatever come to you, be a person to accept. So in that way, your preconditioned mind not going to resist the environment. Another one is non-judgment. So if you have the awareness with the non-judgment, so that also help you to get out of unprofitable action, unwholesome action. So three things. So then when it comes to wholesome awareness, there are three qualities you should carry within yourself: openness, receptiveness, and non-judgment. Try it. You can be anywhere. Try. Then you will see the difference. And at the same time, you can see, hold it to something and have the intention and be aware. Then you see the difference. So then, you have to remember, just being here and now is not enough to make you kind of like a more profitable person. So these three qualities, there are more other qualities, but basically these three qualities for this lesson will help for you to understand how your mindfulness help for you to develop your practice: openness, receptiveness, and non-judgment. So whatever your mental object, primary mental object, always keep your mind with that qualities. And other thing is, when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, this sati or the mindfulness, there is another way it explained. It called remembrance. So just imagine, when you remember something, that means it already happened. It's not kind of like in the moment you can't remember. So after it happened, you remember that. So awareness of past objects, also called sati. So this is the one of the important part that you have to understand. Make it and go deeper rather than just shallow level of mindfulness. just do whatever here and there and be here and now, being in the moment, present moment of awareness. So the surface level for ordinary actions, you can be with that. And of course, conventional level, you gain some kind of success. So that is what most of people do. But now you see, when it comes to your spiritual practice, we use the same word mindfulness, but it has some more deeper qualities in it. It has a more different, defined character inside it. One is mentally, you are not biased, not preconditioned. So you have the openness, receptiveness, and the non-judgment. And then we go more a little bit deeper when it comes to the word sati. It's a awareness of past object, remembrance. So then remember means always you have to have something already happened. So then how it link with the not to think about past. What is this means? So today we are going to go a little bit deeper with that. So there are 4 categories in this sati or the mindfulness when it comes to that level of deeper understanding. So one is called remember. Just imagine with collective information, when you listen to something, even this lesson that you just listening, after that, if somebody asks, so what you heard, what you learned. So if you say, I don't know, I don't remember. So that means that whatever your action you perform in this very moment right now, so it doesn't have any value. Even whatever the conversation you do, whatever the action you perform in day-to-day life, so you should know about it. But knowing doesn't come just by doing it. That's the important part you have to understand. You can do many things without knowing. So remember means when you do the action, you put your effort to know about and be with it. You bring your energy, effort, and your awareness, and you completely be in the moment knowingly and try to absorb it. So then we go to that 3 qualities: openness, receptiveness, non-judgment. So that will help you to expand the capacity of your mind. So when it comes to here, the mind means the brain and heart and entire body, everything. It's a different topic. But we use only one word, the mind. Mind means you. So it expands your capacity or the understanding. So then in day-to-day life, maybe you perform things, you don't have the effort to know about it. So that's why when it comes to practice, meditation means you not just observe inhalation, exhalation, you have the complete collective effort, awareness, energy towards that primary mental object and be with it. Because once you be with it, you know about it. And then if somebody asks about it, you know that. So just imagine then, if you have that kind of awareness, you listen to a talk, and you watch a movie, you listen to a song, you have a conversation. So then after that, if somebody asks, what he said? What about the conversation? Right? Then you can explain. Then you know what happened. So this understanding is called remember. So that also part of the sati, or the mindfulness. But in conventional level of mindfulness, you don't have that much depth. And other thing is, now remember, and the next one is called remind. So this is another quality of mindfulness. So the remind means that any time you are capable to bring it with your conscious decision and think about it. So as example, this talk that you have, you listen, and if you have that all the effective awareness, collective awareness, energy, and when you listen to that, you know what this is, what this monk talk about. And then maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow, or maybe if another time, if somebody asks about, everywhere this mindfulness, and what is the difference in between this mindfulness and your mindfulness? Then you know that how it is different. So that means that what you experience in the moment, you can remind. That is a very important quality when it comes to this practice. Because that reminding effort will help you to put it to practice. Whatever you learn, whatever you hear, whatever you listen, if you can't put it to practice, what's the point? Because ultimately in this all, that is the important part. You have to put it to practice. So then you should know about it. Then you should remember about it. And the other one is, so that reminding. So, and the third one is recollect. Recollect. So whatever you heard, whatever you saw, and if you did it, and whatever you experienced, if you did it with the very mindful, present moment of awareness, you can recollect it with not only that incident. This is very important. Not only that incident, you know the background, you know the environment, you know the time and space and matter around that. So that means you're not going to be biased only to that, whatever you experience. It expands your understanding. And then you know, related to something, if another thing happened, you know what it is, what happened. Just imagine you have a conversation with somebody. And then in that, while you have that conversation, so you are very mindful, you have the collective awareness, and you have the collective energy, effort, that everything. So that means you have the very present moment of clear mindfulness, and you have the openness, receptiveness, non-judgment mind. So your mind very clear and tuned to that. And while you have the conversation, there is another person next to you, and come in that very moment and had a kind of like had the intention to come to your conversation, but it didn't happen. So then he was trying to tell you something else, and then he went away. So if you had the very mindful awareness, what happens, then maybe after 1 week, if somebody asks you what the conversation you had, and then you remember the conversation and you know what about the conversation, and then not only that, you know what happened during that conversation, and this person came and then this person said something not related to your conversation and then he left. So then you know that also. So that means you know the background. It is not just only what you do. It is very important to know the background and in what environment, what is the timeline, so that kind of things. So just imagine like a very incident happened, then after that the inspectors come and ask questions. And if you know just about only what you did, what will happen? So it is not enough. That's not going to become enough evidence for you then. So that's why this recollective ability bring when you have the clear remembered ability. So that come out of that present moment of awareness. So that is the third quality. And the fourth one is retrospection. So this retrospection, mostly this word people use very negative way. What is that? They talk about the past and mostly they say, oh, I should not do that. Oh, I should not tell that. Oh, I should not go there. So whatever they have done, and they mostly bring this word with the very negative, low level of understanding. But here, with the mindfulness, this retrospective means what? Look back at what had happened. And because it gives very clear understanding how it happened. It's not about judgment. It's not about you see the bad thing. It doesn't matter good or bad. You have ability. When you have done something, you have ability to go back, think about it, and you can see. It's kind of like a reverse mechanism. You can see yourself what happened there. Why it happened this way? Why it happened that way? So you are capable to see the very incident without judgment, with the very open mind, and with the very respect, that the receptive mind, you can see it. So what will happen when you see like that way regarding your own life? So whatever the things happen, what it trigger you? It trigger the connection of cause and effect. That is where you see, oh, if you do this way, this happens. If you don't do this way, this is not going to happen. So that is where you recognize the ability of taking decisions. The ability of conscious mind can change the outcome. So that will show you there is no kind of like someone hold this life. There is no some unknown power guide you. That whatever you experience as who you are is a very result of your own actions. And once you know that, From this point, what will happen? You know what to do. It's kind of like you come out of the rabbit hole. Otherwise, we're waiting for something. Maybe you're waiting for the good time. Maybe you're waiting for the kind of like the blessings. Maybe you're waiting for the other's opinion. So like that, this waiting period can expand. And maybe you will wait till another Buddha. There are some people. But now you know it's nothing to do with that. It's all depend on your conscious decision. Because according to that conscious decision, according to your will, according to your intention, according to the way you put it to action, things start to change. It makes you clear. And once it becomes clear, what will happen? You start to come to a point, release your mind from a lot of unnecessary thoughts that you carry within yourself. Why? Because then you recognize whatever you put it to action bring result. And that way, you become more sharp, more clear. That clarity again and again and again bring the same qualities to yourself. It's going to make you more open, receptiveness, non-judgment, and at the same time, when you do things, collective awareness, collective effort, and the collective energy, you are capable to bring it to one point and put it there and be with it. And while you perform bodily, verbally, mentally actions, knowingly you do it, and that means you remember what you do, what you say, what you think, and you can remind it at any time, and you are responsible for that. You take that responsibility and you can remind, and then because of that, you can put it to practice. And you can recollect. It is not only just one thing, and it expands the understanding about it. And time, space, the background, matter, this everything is bring together. Then you know it is not a kind of like a very isolated, just self-centered action. And the retrospection, so you are capable to reverse your own mind and see if you have the fear, anxiety, depression, sadness, worry. So that kind of things, and why it happened to you, why after you did your own action, why it happened to you, and if you have the satisfaction, happiness, joy, pleasure, confident, and you are capable to see how it came to you and which way you perform. So just imagine if you have the confidence and you know, okay, this way if I do, I gain the confidence. So then you can repeat that again and again. If you have the fear after you did something, you know why that fear came to you after you did it. Then next time you're not going to do it. So like that, you become clear with your own life. So that is the here mindfulness means. And that, not only that, it will help you to bring everything together and put it to whatever the place you want. That is what calls samadhi. And your mind not going to jump here and there. It's anymore not a monkey mind. Because now you have the collective energy, collective awareness, collective effort, and it always follow conscious decision. And once you have that, your thoughts not here and there. So whatever you want, you focus to that. So you are capable to do that. It's about your own mind. So then, how you can gain this? Only one way. There's no two ways. Only one way. That one way is by practicing. Another thing is, you are the one going to get the benefit. So if you want to swim and take your best friend and put him to or her into the pool and tell her to swim. And then do you think that you're going to get it to yourself for your body? No. What you need to do, you have to jump and you have to swim. Maybe you feel like you're going to die. This is the end of everything. And then you keep struggling and paddling. And somehow you will survive. And then the very next day, it become a little bit, next day, a little bit, next day, a little bit. And by the time you get it. So like that, once you become very clear with any dharma, put it to practice. That is the only way you can know what this monk talk about. Okay, so with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation place. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens through the sensation, recognize it, do nothing extra. Bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. Your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chami sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhamma Nudhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammam Pujemi Sangham Pujemi Addaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranam Ha Paribunjisami Idamme Punya Kammang Asavakkaya Vahang Hotu Sabba Dukkha Pamunchatu. Bless you.